Hey divas, thank you so much for joining me for another video. Guys, I am excited as always, but today I'm making one of my favorite little treats, and this is something that I like to make for myself, but it should also, I imagine it would be a really great treat for someone who has small children and who just needs something fast and easy to get up and, you know, to make for the kids. Who knows? Possibilities are endless. You can use this as gifts for someone else, as something really great to take to a potluck, say at work. It's going to keep the conversation going because we're going to add just so many different layers of flavor and texture to these little treats. So glad you're here. So why don't we go ahead and get into this video. And before we get into the video, guys, I'd like to ask if you go ahead, take a moment, and you know what I'm about to say. If you go ahead and click that like button, click that share button, and click subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so we can keep enjoying each other's company, guys. I'm so grateful for every single viewer, so grateful for every person who shared my video. I want to send a special thanks out to a very special person who actually shared one of my last videos. She shared the video of me making the pasta, rice, and the avocado, and she messaged me and let me know that she shared it, and her name is Karen McKirkland. Thank you so much for sharing the video for me. She's actually been a friend of mine for a very long time, but not all friends, you know, join the party. So I just thank you so much, Karen, for sharing my video. Guys, I'm gonna get into this video. I hope you guys do make the recipe. It is simple, it is easy, and it is unbelievably delicious. Let's get into this video. Okay, so first things first, guys, my hands are washed. I washed them when I got started, but I'm going to first add in my oats, okay? I'm gonna eyeball it, and then I'm gonna let you guys know exactly how much I added in. So here goes, and I will give you an idea about how much I think I added in. I usually just eyeball this recipe, so we will see how that goes. Okay, so next I'm going to add in my almond butter, and this is where the fun begins. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cheat. So most people make this, most people do sort of like granola type treats, they use a vegetable oil. But this almond butter, which I'm gonna be using, which already has pumpkin spice in it, as you can see, it has so much oil separated from the top, and I'm gonna simply pour the oil from this onto the oats, okay? That's what we're gonna use in place of our vegetable oil, which is not only going to do the trick as far as the oil we need, it's also gonna boost up that flavor. So here goes. So now that we've gotten the oil added to the oats, guys, I'm gonna get in here with just a pinch of salt, like so. Okay, and next I'm going to go ahead and add in some of this. I'm pretty much gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty much gonna end up adding this whole jar. It's a very small jar, if you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in pretty much this whole jar of peanut butter, okay? And then we'll get into layering in some of the flavors. So here goes. Now that we've gotten that all in, before we start to combine everything, I'm going to go ahead and chop up these almonds that I just roasted. I like to roast my almonds to kind of bring a little bit more of that flavor out, to get that good toasted flavor in them. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop up these almonds and add these into our bowl mixture before we start doing the super fun part. So here we go. Okay guys, now that we've gotten the almonds in and all the sort of main sort of basic, honestly, even if we mixed it from where it is right now and pop these babies in the oven, they are going to turn out still delicious. You have a fairly decent flavor going on, fairly decent cookie going on and everything, guys. But now we get into the fun part. So of course we have all the steps that are ahead of us as far as dipping them and covering them in chocolate. But before we get into all that, before we even mix this up, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some of this almond oil. As you'll see, this is pure almond extract, which is gonna add to that almond flavor, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in some of these delicious pumpkin baking chips, which not only is going to add more pumpkin to the flavor, is going to also add to the texture of these delicious treats, guys, and the flavor and the sweetness and the goodness of them. So let's go ahead and get that added. Okay, and now that we've gotten all that mixed together, guys, we are going to now combine all the ingredients, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I pack them out, how I put them in the oven. We're gonna bake them in the oven at about 225, and I'm just gonna bake them until the oats sort of, everything sort of cooks. If you understand these ingredients, nothing's really raw per se. So what we're gonna do is bake them until they get a nice toasted color on them, and then we're gonna remove them from the oven and get into the pretty part, which also is a part of the delicious part because we're gonna dip them in chocolate. Here we go. Okay guys, and here we are with our finished product, our beautiful, delicious, ooey gooey, scrumptious granola cookies, guys. If you make these, they are going to be a hit. I don't care who the audience is, trust me, trust me, trust me. And if you make them and for some reason they're not, let me know, give me your feedback. I love honest feedback. And I will say this, so there's a couple of things I wanted to point out. First of all, make sure you do also add 4 tablespoons of almond milk into the mixture. And then also you just want to bake them until they're toasted. You don't want to over bake them, you don't want to over dry them or anything. So like I said, about 250, 275 at about, depending on your stove, for about 25 minutes should be just right. And then the rest is obvious in the video, guys. And I also want to say, when you're melting your chocolate, make sure you put the chocolate wafers in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Take them out, stir them, move that melted chocolate around, pop them back in for about 30 seconds, take them out. And even if all of your chips aren't melted, just use the heat from the melted chocolate to melt the rest of the chocolate. Anyway guys, I'm so glad that we got to make this video together. Thank you for watching. Please do like, please do share, and please do subscribe to my channel. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Mm.